In this tutorial, we'll be going over how you can outline an image in Procreate, as you can see that I've done here on my screen. So I'm going to open my image in a new document. And the first thing I would recommend doing is bringing down the opacity of the image layer. So tap on the layers icon over here, and over here where this letter N icon is, tap on that and bring down the opacity roughly in half. This will make it easier to see the lines that you're drawing on top of your subject. Then once that's done, you can close out of that. And we're going to want to create a new layer to draw the outline on. So tap on this plus icon right here to add a new layer, and then close out of your layers menu. And now we're going to want to locate a brush. So come over here to your brushes menu. The brush we're looking for in all of these categories, we're looking for the calligraphy section right here, and the brush we're looking for is Monoline right here. So select Monoline, close out of the brushes menu, and over here with your brush size, I would recommend bringing this all the way down over here. Bring that all the way down to the minimum and then see how that looks. And if you want thicker lines, you can increase it from there. So I'm going to zoom in on my subject now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to simply start tracing lines over my subject, as you can see here like that, over all of the prominent areas of the subject. Now, if you notice what's happening here, my line is pretty squiggly because I don't have the steadiest hand. So if you're like me and you don't have a steady hand for this sort of thing, what I would recommend doing is, first of all, you can undo what you've just drawn by tapping with two fingers like that. So tap with two fingers to undo it. And then open your brush settings up. Tap on the brush to open the settings. And we're looking for stabilization right here. And then come down here to where it says stabilization and amount and bring this up to about 75%. That'll make it much easier to draw steady, fluid lines. So I'm going to try it now. And if you'll notice, it's a lot easier to draw those smoother lines. It kind of makes them automatically fluid and smooth for you like that. And what we're doing here is we're just going to go through and trace all of the prominent areas of our subject here. As you see here, I'm just going to add some dots right here. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to start tracing the tongue like that. And if at any point you make a mistake and want to undo what you just did, again, just tap with two fingers like that. Now, I like what I just did right there, so I'm going to put that back by tapping with three fingers. And then I'll come over here and I will start tracing other areas of the subject over here, like the teeth, like this. And I'll come down here and trace this part. And then over here, oops, made a mistake there. As I'm sure you could tell, I'm doing this pretty quickly. I'm not taking care and attention with this. I just want to demonstrate how this works right here real quick. So I'm going to trace around this eye like this. And while you're drawing, if you want to see how things are progressing, whoops. If you want to see how things are progressing while you're drawing, what you can do is you can zoom out, you can take the layer and temporarily turn off the visibility of the image layer to see how things are coming along. Now, I'm not going to trace this whole thing in this video. I already made this design earlier, so I'll put a little time-lapse video up on the screen of the tracing that I made of this subject here. And just to give you an idea of how this came out, I'll show you on the screen now. This is how the image looked beforehand. And now this is how the image looks with the tracing completed. And once you're finished with everything, you just want to come back up here to your layers menu and turn off the visibility of the background layer there. Or you know what, let me go back over here to my original image so you can see it better. I'm going to turn off the visibility of the image layer like that. And there you go, we have our tracing. So that is how you can go about tracing an image with Procreate for the iPad.